I don't want to be a failure no more.
I'm not a failure, I just slept a lot.
Don't let that be you. Do not let that be you. It is time to level up and step into our boss energy.
All 2023. Period. And we have some useful tips for y'all to help y'all do so.
Which means you are going to be named Boss. Cool. Very cool.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to our channel, and if it's your first time, welcome. Whether you've been rocking with us or you're just now starting to rock with us and you're just checking to see what we're about, we appreciate the love. Thanks for checking in. Thank you.
And we know we've been going for quite a while.
We ain't gonna talk about that like that.
Life has definitely been lifey.
Real bad.
I'm just leave it there.
Yeah.
And we just want to clarify what we mean when we say boss. Because when we say boss, we're not talking about an employer. You don't gotta be rich to be a boss. You don't even have to have it all together to be a boss. Right. Being a boss, in our opinion, is pretty much looking in the mirror and being confident in who you are.
Being proud of yourself.
Yes. Looking at yourself and being able to say, yes, I am a boss.
Yes, I did that.
Yes, I do look cute.
I look good because people can't wear this.
Yeah.
Yes, I do got it going on, you know? Like, you don't have to be perfect. It's pretty much just having a positive viewpoint for yourself.
It's all about mindset, honestly. It's mindset. Being a boss is all in the mindset. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with what you have. It has everything to do with what you have in here
And how you
and
carry
what you have in
yourself.
here,
Right.
how you carry yourself, right? And we just wanted to say that before we jump in. With all that being said, Naya, you can go ahead with your first tip.
So the first tip we have for y'all is to put God first. And that's literally, I feel like that's the most important tip, at least for
sure.
Because in order for me to be a boss, I have to go to the top boss. And God really, like, the more time I spend in his presence, praying and getting an understanding of his word, the more God speaks to me and the more he directs my path. Because we as humans, truthfully, we don't know what we're doing at all. We don't know where to go. We need someone to depend on, and the one that I like to depend on is the one who knows everything about me.
Right.
Like my creator. I depend on him for everything, and the more I spend time with him and get to know him, the more he directs my path, and the more he pretty much, God inspires me pretty much. And I feel like rule number one to being a boss is putting God first.
Putting God first.
There was this Bible verse. Sorry, y'all. I gotta go to church. Gotta take y'all to church.
You gotta take them to church.
Gotta take y'all to church.
Only way.
Now, hallelujah!
Yeah, it's this Bible verse. Actually, it's Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Our present and our future is lying in God's hands. God. No, you go.
I apologize for cutting you off. I was gonna say pretty much like that. He knows his plans for us, and if we're not in his will, we're just making things up. Like, it's just like, you weren't supposed to do that. You kind of just made that up. You went off the trail. You did this. But if we're putting God first, we not even messing ourselves up.
Right. I feel like, I'm sorry.
Once again,
I feel like what she's saying, just to touch and agree on what she's saying, it's like, maybe we can go a little somewhere without God, but we're not gonna get far. It's pretty much like building a sand castle right next to the shore.
Right.
You might get far in building your building process, but it's eventually gonna all fall down.
It's gonna get knocked right down without God being in it. So put him first. Second tip is wake up early. It's so important. And a lot of people, like, would be like, well, I'm not an early bird. Well, become an early bird.
Yeah.
Become an early bird. Because it's so important to wake up when the world is still asleep. You don't have to get up and go to work. You don't have to.
So
Your kids probably still sleep if you got kids, and you wake up. Wake up when the world is still quiet, when everything is quiet. I like to pray in my quiet time. That's the first thing I do when I wake up, where I know like it's quiet. I'm not logging onto social media. Everything is quiet, and I can hear God, and He can hear me, or read a book, eat breakfast. All of this stuff is important. So by the time you're up and it's time for you to leave, everybody else is still drained and they're rushing and they're doing anything, and you're like, what are you talking about? I've been up for like 4 hours. I'm good. I'm set to go for the day. That's how you want to be. You want to have that morning time to yourself. So by the time it's time for you to leave your house or start your day or do whatever it is you need to do, you want to be at peace and you want to be okay with that. That's why it's so important to wake up early.
Next, we have self-care. Self-care is very important. It can be exercising. You want to make sure you're nice and you stay in shape. It could be eating healthy. These are all forms of self-care. It can be taking long baths, taking long showers, just to relax your mind. I feel like the more time we spend with ourselves, the more we get to know ourselves, the more we understand ourselves, the more we know what we need and what we want. And all of that takes place in self-care. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, getting my hair done is a form of self-care. And for me, the prettier I look, I feel, the better I feel. Like if I'm walking around with my hair just all over the place, I feel down. Personally, I like to take care of myself because it makes me feel better. It makes me more confident as a person. So self-care is really important. It's a variety of different forms of self-care, but just make sure that y'all apply self-care into y'all
Take care of yourself.
daily lives. Apply self-care. It's really important.
Yes, indeed. Next tip is to have a plan and stay organized. So important. So little details in my day is so important, because if you don't make a plan, you write a list of things you're going to do for the day and you don't have an organized plan, chances are you're not going to get everything done in that day. I have a planner. I have a planner that's like a calendar. I have a planner that's a daily planner, and I plan out, this is what I'm going to do at this time. Of course, everything is not going to flow perfectly all the time, but at least you have a visual map of everything that you need to do. Being organized, your workspace, is it organized? The more cluttered things are, the more cluttered your mind will be, and you want to declutter. You don't want your space and your environment to be cluttered. You want to be organized, precise, and you want to be clean. That will help you be a boss. Stay organized and know what you're doing.
Period. You want to work hard. Don't be lazy. I feel like, for me anyways, I have had periods in my life where I was like lazy. I'm not gonna lie. And I had so much creativity in me, so many gifts that I feel like I paused, basically. Being lazy and not working hard towards your goals is just pausing your blessings, pausing the people you could be inspiring, pausing just how far you are in life. And I look and I regret that, but now God is helping me to get past that. But just being lazy and not working hard towards the things that you know that you're called to do will really, really, really stop you from being a boss. I'm sorry.
Do you have anything to add to that about working hard? It's just, you're not going to go anywhere if you don't. That's the most I can say. You're worried about looking stupid. You're worried about failing. If you don't work hard, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay where you are. You're not moving. You're going to stay right there. And I hope me saying that, us saying this, is enough for you to be like, okay, let me start working hard. Let me get off my couch. Let me turn off the TV and work towards it. Hang around people you can learn from. That's so important. And I'm not saying don't hang around people who don't know as much as you, because they could be learning from you. They could be in your situation. But it is important for you to hang around people you could also learn from. Because if you're not, where are you getting information from? How are you growing? How are you learning? It's so important to have friends you can learn from. It's so important to ask questions, not be prideful. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not know something as long as you do something to try to know the answer. Ask questions. Don't be prideful. Ask questions and learn. Have an open mindset to learn.
Believe in yourself. I kind of feel like that's self-explanatory. Truthfully, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. It starts with you. You have to believe that you can do it in order for you to do it.
Exactly. So true. So true. This one is so far up. Detach from social media every once in a while and learn to be present. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm just gonna tell y'all probably gonna start throwing sticks and stones at me, but I'm going to say it because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's what I'm here for. Social media is trifling. I'm just gonna be real. It's trifling. Every time I log on, somebody's being bullied. Somebody's talking about somebody. Somebody's laughing at what somebody's wearing. Somebody's talking about somebody's hair.
People are worried about what other people think.
Yes, it's a lie. And then you play the comparison game on social media. It's just nasty. I'm sorry. And so much of that can really mess up our mind, our mentality, and we forget to be present. We get so caught up in this world, the world of social media, to where we're not present. We're not present with ourselves because we hear so many other voices, and now we're acting the way we don't usually act, or now we're trying to be something we're not, and now we're sad and we're crying because we're not where somebody else is. And that's not okay. We need to learn how to be present. We need to learn how to shut the world out and listen to your heart and be present, not in the future, not in the past, but appreciate every moment you are having now. Look around, pay attention to the grass, pay attention to the flowers, pay attention to your loved ones. Just be present and appreciate the present, because if you never learn to appreciate the present now, you won't appreciate anything ever. Not even your future, not even when you achieve goals. You won't appreciate it because that will be your present when you're there. And we need to learn how to appreciate every second, every moment.
Next we have take risk. Shout out my cousin Risky, the risk taker. Rest in peace. You've definitely inspired me to take much more risk. But it's really important, y'all, like that we take risk. I feel like a lot of times fear holds us back from taking risks because we're scared of the possibility of failing. So we just don't take the risk at all. But a lot of times we don't realize that when we don't take that risk, we automatically fail. We automatically fail. Like, you risk a chance of failing when you take the risk, but you also, it's a great chance you succeed. But when you don't take the risk, you are automatically failing. And I don't care what it is. I know it might be a risk for you. You might be at a job that you don't want to work at right now, and you're scared to step out on faith. You're scared to take that risk and step into what you really want to do in life. Step into your calling. You might want to start your own business, but you're scared to take a risk. You might want to start up your clothing brand, but you're scared to take a risk. Take the risk. You might want to become a makeup artist, be a hairstylist, but you're scared you might not have no clientele. Girl, do it.
You might want to start a family.
Do it. I mean, hey, take that risk, take that risk. Might want to propose, intense. Valentine's Day coming up, propose to somebody. Take that risk. Seriously.
Take it, small or big. Take it. Start somewhere.
Yeah, it's really important, It's boss behavior to take risks.
Boss behavior, real bad. Stay humble and love everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Humility is so important. And being a boss, humility is important because at any given time, it doesn't matter what it is or how hard you think you worked for it, God could take it away. Pride comes before the fall. And staying humble, because the person you looking down on or the person you're turning your nose up at was once you. And do you really think people are going to want to be around a prideful person? They might want something from you, but they don't want to work for you. They don't want to work for you. As soon as they get on their feet, they're leaving because you're prideful. Be humble. It's not cute to be stuck up. It's not cute to think you're better than somebody. That's not a cute characteristic to have. Don't nobody want to be around a prideful, stuck up, uppity person. Don't be that. We don't like those.
We don't like those.
Period.
And next on the list we have stay away from people with no goals. Evil communication corrupts good manners.
Yes.
For sure. And if you're around people that have no goals, have no morals, have no ambitions, you're going to become exactly like those people you surround yourself around. So into what she said, be around people that you can learn from, I feel like that goes hand in hand with like staying away from people with no goals and ambitions, because you're going to be like the people you surround yourself with. So surround yourself around positive people with goals and ambitions.
Exactly. Write down your goals and put a date on them. I heard somebody say a goal is not a goal until you've written it down and it has a date. So what are you waiting for? Why are you just having goals? Write it down and give yourself a time frame to get it done. Give yourself a time frame. And it's okay, even if you're working towards it and you don't reach that goal on that date, push the date back and keep working. Write it down, get it done. Simple.
Next we have be honest with yourself and write down all of your habits and qualities. And every bad habit, work on getting rid of. Be honest with yourself. Like, it's you against you, to be honest.
Right.
So everything that you have that you know that is ugly, ugly traits, ugly characteristics, if you might be lazy, just write everything down and work on. I don't want that. I don't need that in my life. And work on ways to get rid of those bad and ugly habits. Yep.
I think that's it.
No, I have one more, I think. If you don't have one more, I have one more.
I don't.
Okay, I have always be teachable and get smarter, pretty much. For me, I like to read because at my big grown age, I'm still learning. And I learn a lot of new words, and I like to give myself vocabulary words. I like to play little games that advance my intelligence, pretty much. So even where you are now, I don't care how old you are, you don't know everything. There's something you can learn. There's someone you can learn from. So always have a teachable mindset and be willing to learn, because you can learn something, and the more you learn, the more knowledge you have, the more wisdom you gain, the more you can teach someone else and be a positive influence upon them. So just always be teachable and be open to learning.
Yes.
And that pretty much concludes our
That
video.
is it. That is all we have for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let us know what you enjoyed about it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you guys want to see. If you don't take every tip from this video, comment down below what tips you are going to take. And
You should take them all, though.
yeah, you might as well. Might as well.
Might as well.
But we love y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by, and we will see y'all soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.